Good morning to all of my lovely men and women out there that are in my community that follow me and watch me put my makeup on and get ready every day, which I do need a little bit more here, a little bit more here. I hope you had a good rest last night. I hope yesterday was a productive day for you. Let's get into it this morning. Do you have a coffee or your favorite drink? I have my trusty iced coffee. So I am revisiting this really good primer that I had forgotten about. That's going to go to my must-have list. I used it a lot and then kind of forgot about it when I found the other products that I'm really enjoying. So I'm going to just go back to it for a little while. It is the e.l.f. Cookies and Cream Primer, which I am really, really liking the way my skin is looking when I am filming. So we are going to use it for a while. See how we do. Really do a test between that one and the other one that I have been using, which is my e.l.f., another e.l.f. product, the 24-hour concealer. I just want to do a comparison and see exactly what I think I get the best results from. Just doing a little comparison within the same brand. And I am today I'm trying to use up my concealers, as I mentioned to you guys this week earlier. I am needing some new concealers because they are getting close to the point where they need to be replaced. And so today I am using my Pro Concealer LA Girl Pink, and I like this one too. I like this one too when I use it in connection with the pink powders. So we're going to see how we do. I am wearing pink and grays and blacks again today. I have nowhere to go today, thank goodness. I just have a day to really get caught up on things in my office, which have been just really behind. I've had so much planning to do, and I only have so many hours in the day, and some of the house chores in my office have really been neglected, and so today is the day to get caught back up. Gee, that's pretty. Look at that. I mean, that is just really pretty. It makes my skin look remarkable. Now, I do have some pretty heavy bags under my eyes. I had a very painful night last night. Oh my goodness. Very painful night. Kept me up quite a bit last night. The pain in my shoulder. We just don't know what is going on with it, and I'm frustrated because I've had this pain now for well over a year, and I'm just not getting any relief from it. So I'm gonna have to go to my pain specialist and find out what he thinks is going on. If you've never experienced chronic pain before, count yourself lucky, because chronic pain is one of those things that you just cannot get away from it. It's just a horrible experience because it's there all the time, and it's very hard to get through a day with chronic pain if you have a chronic underlying condition like I do, without any pain. Some days are better than other days, obviously, and I do have better days. And man, last night was a rough night. Probably the roughest I've had in quite some time. So we got to get those bags under control, and they look pretty good now. So let's fold up our powder puff, dip it into our loose powder. And if you're just joining me, this powder is Laura Mercier, her pink powder, and I doctor it up a little bit with my own concoction. And what that is I take the powder that comes in and I split it into 2 containers. And in those containers, I measure, just eyeball measure, but I do measure the amount of powder that I get in 2 separate containers. I'll show you the container here in just a second. It is about 2 ounces in each container, so about 4 ounces is what comes in the packet. Let me show you here. See, now that's just beautiful. That look right there is just really remarkable. That is the pink concealer, and then the Laura Mercier pink loose powder. So here's the container, right? It's a 4-ounce container. You can see it's actually got measurements. I used this for my weight loss surgery when I was recovering for food measuring. So I took half of the product and I split it in between 2 of these containers. Then I added the same amount of baby powder, just plain baby powder, no fragrance or anything, Johnson & Johnson baby powder. And I put the same amount of that baby powder on top of the loose makeup powder, and I mixed it all together. And that is my loose powder concoction. I have always done that with my loose powder. That's not a new trick for me. I've always used that. That is a trick that a wonderful makeup artist taught me when I was modeling in Australia back when I was a young woman in my, I think I was 19 at the time. Yeah, I would have been 19. I graduated from high school and really didn't know what I was going to do, and I was just at a point in my life where I needed to really go and evaluate what I wanted to do with my life. Did I want to go to college? What did I want to do? And so I went to Australia, and I stayed there for almost 2 years, and I modeled in Australia and did commercial print work. And I had a great time because I got to spend a lot of time with my grandparents, which was a blessing that I will never forget. Such wonderful time with them. And so that is how I found that trick, and I have continued to use it ever since because I love the way that it creates this really nice trying to find what am I going to do here today with blue in it. That is not going to work. So we're going to come over here and we're going to get some lavender, since I'm sort of wearing those colors. Not quite, but close enough that I can make it work. And I am using this beautiful product that I found. It is an Essence palette. It is the mauve palette. $3, $4 at Ulta. You cannot beat those kind of prices. So I am coming in. Let me turn this around and show you the palette. It's beautiful mauve palette. I'm going to use the lightest color in the palette and load it up on my brush. And we're going to load it on the eye, all the way up. All the way from the lid, all the way up to the brow bone. So this pain that I deal with every day is just, I have an implant that is implanted in my side that helps me control the pain that I experience, that I've had for 16 years now, and I'm getting ready to get a new implant. It needs to be replaced. That's happening next month. And I haven't had a really bad night like this in quite some time, where the pain is enough to keep me awake. That hasn't happened in quite some time, so I don't like it when that happens, because then it generally, from my experience, takes me 3 to 4 days to recuperate, and I don't like that. Lots of fallout in this palette, guys, so don't panic about that, okay? As you're working with it, you're going to brush it all off in just a second. I'm not fixing it yet because I'm now working with the darkest color to outline my eyes. We'll come back in just a second with my little powder puff. I have enough here that I need to use my powder puff this morning. It's pretty severe here this morning. And when you sweep that away, I would encourage you to sweep it. Don't push. Don't move it with your powder puff. Actually sweep it away just ever so lightly. Now I'm going to come back in with my white Revlon 24-hour color stay powder, and I'm going to add some white to that under eye to get it a little brighter, and to make sure that I have pulled all of that dark powder eyeshadow off. And I have. Looks good. Yes. Okay. I do want to add a little darker on the outside of my eyes, maybe. No. We are going to add a little bit of the lighter color down to the bottom. Yeah. And we're just blending all that together there. Yep. Very nice. Very nice. All right, now what do we got next? We have next is our Milani contouring powder, and as I've shown you before, you're just accentuating this big bone right here. Okay, what God gave you. Just accentuate that big bone. The idea is to make a shadow more than naturally you have. And you can see how it chisels right here. And you're going to come down and you're going to do the same thing under your chin. Bring it down blend it really well. You don't want a brown line right there. That is not attractive. Okay. And before we put on any powder blush, I'm just going to kind of seal all this with a little bit more of my loose powder. I want to do that before I start on my eyeshadow. I'm sorry, on my eyelashes. Alright, and we are using my trusty Fendi Energy compress. This is my beautiful pink. This is a direct dupe for Christian Dior's famous Break the Internet blush from about 1.5 years ago. Can't remember the name of that. And I still think actually it's very hard to get a hold of. Alright. Eyelash curler, one of the greatest inventions of all time in the makeup industry. I don't know who invented it. I think it was Max Factor. But kudos, man. You did a phenomenal job. Where is my pinky? Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Maybe this is it. Yep, this is it. Looking for a light mauve lipstick today, and this one is Sassy Mauve number, I think it's 620, no, 463, Revlon number 463, Sassy Mauve. Okay, let's get out some mascara. I'm going to use my Thrive mascara today because I think it's just about done. So I want to check it and see if it's still viable or if I need to get me a new one. Probably need to get me a new one, but we're going to check it out. So let's come in and let's curl these lashes. If you are lucky enough to not have your curl your lashes and you have a natural curl in your lash, congratulations, first of all. I am really jealous of you because my lashes are incredibly straight. They have no curl to them whatsoever, and they are as light in color as they can possibly be. So 2 strikes against my lashes. So starting down at the bottom, as I always do, I am using my mascara formula like hairspray. In that, I am going to that area of the lash where the curl is, and I am coating it with my mascara to keep the lash curled. It does work. And for me, if I don't do this and I don't curl my lashes, you just can't see them at all. And then I don't feel like I am put together with my makeup look for the day. I've even been so obsessed with that if I'm away somewhere and I have forgotten my curler, I will actually go and buy a new one because I just do not feel like I am put together without curling my eyelashes. Isn't that funny how certain things are just a must? Do you have one of those OCD things where you have to do it? If you don't do it, you just don't feel like you're set for the day. I'd say that, and drinking my coffee in some form is a must for me. I love coffee. And after I had my weight loss surgery, coffee became a real challenge for me. One, because I had to be very careful on the amount of caffeine I was drinking, so I had to go to decaffeinated coffee, which I'm not a fan of. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And then after my surgery, still to this day, and I'm approaching 2 years in December, I struggle with hot coffee. It's the strangest thing. I love my iced coffee and I drink it every morning, but I do crave now, especially now that we're getting into the cooler time, that hot coffee, but I just am not at that point yet where I am enjoying it, and I sure hope that that changes, because I do love coffee. I love coffee in the morning. Obviously, I drink it every morning. So I hope that that changes and I can go back to drinking my hot coffee. This is a very pretty look too, this lavender. If you have brown eyes, lavender is one of those colors that really also accentuates your eye, obviously, because it's part of the blue family, you know, blues, purples, that sort of thing. I was told also by this wonderful makeup artist, this same one when I was in my early career as a model, that accentuating your eye color is really important, and you need to do it with the opposite side of the color wheel. So if you are a brown-eyed person, you need to go to the blue side for your accent color, because what it does is it picks up those natural undertones that are in your iris, and it just makes your eyes pop. And she was spot on. I learned so much from her in my early modeling career, and I wish I still knew where she was and if she's still alive. I would imagine she is. You know, when you have somebody that makes an impression on you in your earlier life that you carry through to your adult life, your later life, I think that's a great gift to have. I'm just dropping everything this morning. All right, did I just break that? Probably. My hard floors here. Let's see if I broke it. See how sturdy this is. No, it didn't break. Another reason to go buy this Fendi. It's a really, really solid package. All right, how do we look this morning? Where are we? Let's put my eyeballs on and see. Very nice. Still a little blush would help so I'm not so washed out. And there we go. All right, girlfriend, boyfriends, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Let me just check my brows out, give them a comb. Very nice. Looking good. I actually need to cut this one over here. It's getting pretty long. That's amazing. And done. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful comments. I had very sweet lady send me some comments yesterday that I so appreciate, so thoughtful and kind, and that just means the world to me, because it means that I'm reaching somebody with my message, and that's what this is about, you know, is trying to help others in any way that I can and give back. And in this community, in the makeup community, it's a wonderful community. It really, really is. And I am thrilled to be a part of that community. And, you can learn so much from other people and their techniques. And especially if you're just starting out, what a great way to learn different things by working with others in this industry. So it is Thursday. We're almost at the weekend, everybody. Get out and have a fantastic day. I hope you hit that grand slam today. And you have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Make sure you get up throughout the day and get your body moving at least a couple of times. Get your blood working. Thank you again for joining me. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you would, don't forget, hit the bell so you know the next time I post a video. Thank you for your time today. God bless. Have a wonderful day. See you in my next video. Take care.